My name is Dan Nicholson, and I have been working on the biodiesel production at ESF for a year. The process started at the state fair. After the fair ended, OCRA, the Onondaga County Resource Recovery Agency, asked me, do you think you could make biodiesel out of butter? And so I did a little research into it and discovered that yes, I could. Even as something as silly as turning a butter sculpture into biodiesel may turn out to be a pretty viable thing to do. The butter could not be sold or used or even donated after the fair because of its exposure to all the different people and the fact that it had been out. We had to place the butter in big barrels. We separated the components of the butter by heating it and allowing the water and proteins to sink to the bottom, and the light triglycerides or fats rise to the top, which we used to make the biodiesel.
Glycerol and the lighter fuel, and then a little biofuel.
Well, that butter, after clarification and conversion into biodiesel, made about 100 gallons. There's a great number of people doing it all across the country right now. We call them backyard biodieselers or home brewers.
I had a car and it broke down, and I was looking for a different one, and I wanted to get something that was as environmentally friendly as possible, but I couldn't afford a hybrid. So I started looking into what my options were, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something that I didn't even believe in. I got the parts from the internet and then put it together. You don't make parts yourself. It's just like fixing any car. You order the parts and then you put it together. I get my waste vegetable oil from a number of restaurants around the area, and then I filter that through cloth filtering bags, and then I pour it straight into a separate gas tank that I have in the trunk, and it goes through its own fuel filter into the engine. If you don't make biodiesel out of it, it gets thrown out. When I run it on diesel, it feels the same as when I run it on the straight waste vegetable oil. And with this car, a lot of people stop and talk to me about it. They smell the vegetable oil coming out the back of it, because it does smell like French fries. So I talk to a lot of people who ask me questions. It's really good to reuse things instead of using new products.
So what we're going to do is try to convert much more of the oil that's produced at Syracuse University into biodiesel. That's our first priority. The ultimate solution will be algae that are grown in freshwater ponds that many strains of algae are capable of producing a massive amount of oil. I think the self-sufficiency of providing your own fuel is great. And if your community thinks that alternatives or renewables are the way to go, well then I'm all for it. Something that someone's throwing away could in fact be a very valuable fuel. The way we dispose of things in our society may cross paths with our need for energy. We'll probably be making the butter sculpture into biodiesel for an unforeseen number of years.